Resident Evil Village is the worst horror game ever made, and I will stand by that opinion for the rest of my life. Now, I am more than happy with you going to the comments to leave a comment. However, let me explain before you leave a bad one. Go ahead and Google what a horror game is, and I promise you most results are going to say something like this. The main point I want to focus on is they're made to scare the player. And for all the teachers out there, here's a source that isn't Wikipedia that says the same thing. I mean, it even says it right there. They're made to create the feelings of fear, panic, and anxiety. Oh no. CS2 is a horror game. What? What? My account is still restricted. Back on topic, so why isn't this game scary? Well, it might have something to do with the fact that you're given an item that you weren't expecting to see for at least another hour and a half. And it really doesn't get much better from there. At the beginning, you're already starting off pretty strong, and at the end, you might as well just take on a whole country. And you know what? That's probably the main reason it's not that scary. However, there's one reason that clearly trumps any other one. How am I supposed to be scared when I'm so turned on? I mean, let's just take this scene for example. Lady Dimitrescu gets so mad she picks up this giant dresser and throws it across the room. I mean, that's supposed to be terrifying. You're supposed to think, man, she could end me with a thought. And I'm over here thinking, that should have been me. As a game with horror elements, it is an amazing game. Even though it's not very scary, it is still just an amazing game. But ranking the game based off of that alone is clearly not a good idea. So instead, let's rank this game based off how smashable each character is. We'll start off with Ethan Winters. He is the protagonist of our story and will do anything for his daughter. He even committed the non-breathing just to save his wife. And that means he will do anything for you, and I mean anything. For that reason, I mean he's going straight into S tier. Next is Mia, who's our wife, which means we automatically have to put her into S tier, which is going to make the rest of this list pretty easy to figure out. Everyone else has to go into F tier. We would never cheat on our wife. And ranking any other character would basically be like cheating. So I'm sorry about disappointing anyone who actually wanted to find out which character is the most
Mia, get down! Mia!
With our wife getting turned into Swiss cheese by the real best girl of this game, I guess we can keep making the list now. Need to find a new wife anyway. And who better than Chris Renfield? I mean, look at that man. He's gonna protect you. He's gonna make the hard decisions. He tells you where he wants to eat. S tier he goes. They say good things come in threes. Sadly, my name is not good things, but these three girls are about to make me act up. Bella, Danielle, and Cassandra are Lady Dimitrescu's daughters, and I'm not a huge bug person, but man, I am willing to learn. They are not related by blood, but man, I would like them to suck out all of mine, if you catch my drift. But let's be honest here, you would be with them, you'd have some fun, but you're really just using them to get closer to their mom. Still, all three of them are going into S tier. A whole lot of man for the right price. Next we're talking about Duke. He can provide you with anything that you could ever need or want. He has a stable job and easy transportation. The dude can also fit into those really tight places that you would never expect. Plus, he knows how to cook. He is the ideal man, and man is he built different. The only problem is he's built bigger than Shaq, and I'm afraid he'd crush me. Plus, he seems to be getting himself into places he really shouldn't be. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to put him into B tier. Heisenberg is smart, funny, and has telekinetic powers. He's also kind, offering you a chair. He's also pretty chill, as long as you don't mention the soon-to-be center for the LA Lakers. Honestly, the one thing I am upset about with this game is the fact that you did not get to side with him. Because man, what a wife candidate. He can be dominant as well. I mean, what more could you ask for? Plus, he is a meme man.
Mother Candace is gonna love you. Who's Candace?
Joe Mama. Do I even have to explain myself? Miranda is the final... Okay, hold on, let me go back. Alright, let's be honest with ourselves. I shouldn't have to explain myself, but To put it simply, Lady Dimitrescu got what the Gardevoir treatment was in Pokemon. It's supposed to be this giant vampire who is going to suck your blood. In reality, it is a tall, massive woman who you want to have her squish you in between her massive tight arms. Plus, I mean, look at that ass set. I mean, do you have a castle? I didn't think so. Ballin'. She could suck me dry any day. I am not changing my answer. Miranda is the final boss of the game and apparently was disguised as Mia in the beginning of the video, meaning our wife is still alive, and this is going to be a problem later down the road. Either way, she's not that bad looking. The only issue is she's a little bit too obsessed with her kid and not enough with me. It's almost like she's only with me just to have a kid. Plus, I like to get lost in her eyes. However, she doesn't have any. So, yeah, that type of behavior is going to just put her in the C tier. Have you ever been to a club and you were talking to a girl who was an easy 10 out of 10, and then another girl steps in between the two of you and it happens to be her friend? That's Moreau. I'm not saying, like, it is, but they probably look pretty similar. And all I have to say to that is, game is game. So, for Donna, like, have you ever seen Haunted House 2? Do I need to explain myself any further? My only problem is she does have a baby, and I'm not really into that. She probably also has some problems, which, I mean, freak in the sheets kind of thing. So I can't put her any higher or lower than A tier. And of course, at S tier, we have Rose. Wait, hold on. How did that happen? Should not be right. Oh, that makes sense.